Hello everyone, it's Monday morning, time for another thrift store finds video. Hope your week is off to a great start. I was really hoping to have an excellent day out at the thrift stores like the few that I had last week, because this is likely going to be the only time I'm out for this entire week with everything else going on and Thanksgiving in the middle of the week and that kind of stuff. It just isn't going to be reasonable to go out, probably, more than likely, the rest of this week. But today was not the day I wanted it to be. I actually got a really good deal on what I got today. That I cannot complain about. Amazing, but the amount of stuff that I got was definitely does not reflect the amount of time I was out this morning. Tons of traffic and lots of construction in around the areas I was going to, and a lot of places that were just a dud. Went there and would find nothing. It was not a good selection of stuff to go through, and it's a hit or miss, and you never know what you're going to find, depending on which places you go to. Today was just a miss everywhere. I went to about 4 places. 2 of them I left empty-handed. One I left with one thing, which I'll show at the end here, and the only place that was definitely worth my time was the Goodwill bargain bin that we normally go to. Main room, there was nothing there at all, nothing worth looking at, but bargain room was really good. Went in, kind of wish I had just gone there and left to come home, because going to the bargain bin and coming home would have been like 40 minutes, but I was out for about 4.5 hours, and yeah, really bad. But the bargain room was great. Let me bring this up here, because yet again, I paid $1.06. You can guess who was working that day, because $1.06 sounds good to me. Whatever. So that for that $1.06, I grabbed a few Blu-rays for the store. Identity Thief, The Green Hornet, the Seth Rogen one, the movie, which was fun. That was a fun movie. Amanda and I both enjoyed that one. Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino on DVD, and also on DVD, An Elf's Story, The Elf on the Shelf, little animated movie, a DVD with a slipcover of Devil Wears Prada, and the original Xbox, the double pack of the Sega GT 2002, and Jet Set Radio Future. So all that, and a handful of books, a few just kind of general fiction things for the store that, not really worth that much, but wasn't a whole lot there to grab. One hardcover, Sweet Valley High, and this is kind of interesting, Too Many Trolls. Classic, the old troll dolls. So that, and a little baggie of action figures, 3 random things. One Han Solo, I forget what, I recognize this look of the Han Solo. Not a figure I ever owned as a kid or anything like that, but I recognize that look. I feel like this one came with a vehicle of some kind. This guy, who, I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's, I have to look at him. It just, first time taking him out of the bag, I don't think he's a G.I. Joe, but we'll find out what he is. And this guy, I don't remember, I have to look up the name of the show. I forget what it was, but I remember with this line of action figures, and I sold a different version of him before with his mech that he had, like a little black mech. So if you can, just from seeing this, know the name of that cartoon show or the line of action figures, let me know. I'm gonna have to go and check that out. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Not something I'm very familiar with. But anyway, so that was pretty much it, aside from the one thing I found at the other store, for over 4 hours of being out this morning. That is not good. That was really bad. The thing that saved the day was the fact that I only paid $1 for all that. So that's great. But yeah, just it was a frustrating morning in the amount of time I was out there. One thing I grabbed, I stopped by the Lucky Dog thrift store and that whole big thing, and I took a little bit of video and some photos, and I'll put those through here while I'm talking about it. This is just a glimpse of a few small portions of this place. I mean, it's just nothing. I did a video going through the whole place, I think about 2 years ago now, probably. I'll try to remember to link that at the end of this if you haven't seen that one, because this is huge, it's awesome, it's a very fun place to look, and you can find some really cool stuff there. The problem is, it is super messy, completely disorganized. I mean, if you're looking for, say I'm looking for VHS, you go in there, there's VHS in about 10 different spots on different floors of the building, and it's really actually like multiple thrift stores kind of together at once, and it's just, you have to just go for a while and realize too that there could be nothing there, because there's stuff in horrendous condition, just like covered in layers of dust and broken, but then there's like hidden treasures of things that are pristine in there. You never know. And there's really two parts. The one part on the bottom, which is a little bit nicer because it's very general, like DVDs are like $2 or whatever, that kind of very general pricing for most things. And then the upstairs, you're going to find more expensive things and a little more specific. And the problem with the upstairs is really cool stuff, but it's a little bit more of the they know what they have type environment, a little more of an antique store kind of feel in a way, like a little dysfunctional antique store in a way. There's a lot of cool stuff, but it's the kind of stuff where it's stuff you find something cool for yourself. It's a decent price, but they're basically charging what someone like me would charge on like eBay or Mercari or whatever. So you can't really buy anything in the top portion, unless you get super lucky for like any sort of resale purpose. There's nothing there super cool like for myself that I wanted. And downstairs, there was not much of anything that stuck out to me except this one calendar that I found. She gave it to me for $2, which is cool. It's completely unmarked. I went through all the pages, so that's awesome. It is the Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock 1985 Stardate calendar. It's the 1985 calendar. And it is really, really cool. As a Star Trek fan, for just a couple of bucks, like, okay, that's pretty awesome. But a whole bunch of fantastic pictures. That's pretty cool. And I was talking to the lady there. It's run by just a handful of people, and the downstairs is mostly these two older women, and the one lady with her dog was back there, and she was telling me that I should probably check back after Thanksgiving, so I'm definitely going to be going back there in a few weeks. When she saw me get this, she was talking to me about Star Trek for a while and was like knowledgeable and things. She's like, yeah, I'm slowly going to be bringing in, probably right around right after Thanksgiving holiday, she's like, I'm going through my stuff. She's like, I have a ton of Star Trek stuff I'm going to be putting into the store like the end of this month, beginning of next month, so I'm gonna have to check back, a couple more times between now and the end of the year just to see what is going on. She's, wasn't really clear about exactly what she was bringing and whatever, but there's gonna be some Star Trek stuff in the store. She's super kind of flighty, kind of out there. The one lady is completely with it and is like on the ball with everything and can tell you where like random stuff is throughout the store. The other lady, I don't really think she knows like what planet she's on half the time. She's very, very nice, but she out there. So that was kind of interesting, but it could be some Star Trek finds in the future. We'll see. I'll definitely try and go back there after Thanksgiving holiday and see what's going on. So that was it for today. Again, just not the day that I wanted it to be, that I kind of needed it to be, given that I won't be back this week, but whatever. Still have lots of cool stuff. Sales have been really, really good because it's getting close to Christmas time. The remainder of this year should be good, hopefully, and have some cool videos still planned and coming out. Lots of good stuff through now in the end of the year. The HD DVD won the last poll that I did. I checked on like Friday, Saturday just to see like who was winner, and that was kind of the runaway winner already. So that I'm going to go ahead and film today or tomorrow morning, so that'll be up probably tomorrow evening if you're looking forward to that. I'm going to go over the hardware and movies I have so far for that format, and then I'll do another poll like right after that, because I have a couple other collection videos that I could do that are kind of lined up. So again, I'd like to see what people want to see the most. Go ahead and do that, and some more pick up stuff as some more archive things are coming, and a few other things. A lot of places have been doing Black Friday type sales super early, like a all month long kind of thing. Took advantage of a couple things there. We're not going out Black Friday. If you watch my channel for a while, you know that for I forget how many years in a row we were doing Black Friday pickups videos. Sometimes we'd have our siblings on, that kind of thing. Won't be doing that this year. The only place that we went to was our local family-owned chain of retro video game stores. That was it. We never would go to like the mall or anything like that, or a Walmart or any of that stuff. But we would go there because they used to have like really good deals, and we'd like to support them, that kind of thing. But there's really nothing enticing in the deals they have this year, and there is very little of interest in their stores anymore. We just don't go very often because it's pretty much just they have a case of like one copy each of a bunch of limited run games, stuff that like is brand new, like came out in the last 6 months, those kind of games, and some like a handful of like super expensive, like you're spending like $800 on a rare Sega Saturn game type stuff. And aside from that, that's really about it. It's just that, and then sections of like a bunch of cheap sports games and whatever. There's nothing in between. None of the just generic like go in, I want to find some cool games. Like their GameCube section, last time I was out there, they had about 10 games in the case, really expensive, and I think it was 4 games total in the other section. Like that was it, 4 games, and they were like sports games. That was it, their entire GameCube selection. Like, and it's like that for just about every system, where there's nothing. Like a Dreamcast, I went in and there were like 3 sports games on the shelf, and in the glass case they had like Skies of Arcadia and like 1 or 2 fighting games, and that was it. That was it. And like there's like no supply there anymore of anything super interesting, so we're not going this year. And yeah, but it is what it is. You know, the heyday for a lot of finding retro gaming stuff is just gone. It's gone from thrift stores completely. Stores around here, it's pretty much gone. It's kind of just completely moved to the realm of online, and prices are out of control. So I think for a lot of, not all, but a lot of older systems, it's just priced out of being reasonable for video games. So it is what it is.